Well, the movies out there are frightful, but it's so bad that it's delightful. And since we've got a sequel to show, it's time to talk about Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Sorry. Jack Frost 2 is a sequel that somehow ends up being even campier than its predecessor. It features most of the cast from the first movie, but it's so over the top for reasons I'll get into. Honestly though, if you're going to do a sequel to a movie with a killer snowman, you have to go campier. For instance, this isn't just Jack Frost 2, it's Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. I'll stick to just Jack Frost 2 when I mention it, but that's a great title. Jack Frost 2 is a direct-to-video horror comedy that was written and directed by Michael Cooney. Michael Cooney was the writer for the first film, although there was a different director for that film. Jack Frost 2 revolves around Sam and his inability to get over the events of the first film. He sees a therapist, but the therapist and his staff mock Sam as he talks about his trauma. If you ask me though, Sam's probably being mocked because he was in Jack Frost 1. Joke's on the therapist though, he's in Jack Frost 2. Ah well, at least it isn't monstered. In any case, Anne, Sam's wife, suggests that they get away for a bit and go on a vacation. Somewhere tropical, with no snow, fake or real. It just so happens that one of Sam's deputies is getting married somewhere tropical. Sam agrees, and the plot is set. Unbeknownst to anyone, the FBI has Jack's remains and is performing tests to find out if any of the genetic goop that turned Jack into a killer snowman is still present. Of course, I say it's Jack's remains, but it's a tank of water, so who knows. It's also green, because the FBI scientist is using that to dissolve Jack. I don't know. Anyway, something happens to cause Jack to return. He kills everyone around him and decides to settle the score with Sam. You'd think that the snowman wouldn't even know how to start escaping the FBI facility to find Sam, but he does it super quick. Jack is able to escape for plot reasons, and he's able to locate Sam, because he now has a psychic link with him. Why? Why not? No, but seriously, it's because Sam's DNA mixed with Jack's when they took a dip in the antifreeze in the first film. Makes sense to me. Anyway, back to Sam. He and his wife arrive on the island, quickly followed by Jack. Jack immediately starts killing people, and this immediately sets off the head of the island security, Agent Manners. That's right, Manners makes a return as well, albeit with a new actor. This is actually explained in the coolest way possible. Manners' face was maimed in the last film, so he had plastic surgery to repair what they could. That's why he looks different. Brilliant. Manners, Sam, the head of the resort, Colonel Hyp3r, and the ever-annoying Captain Fun all decide to set a trap for the snowman. This ends in failure, and Jack is left to kill and kill again. Jack decides to up the ante and freeze the tropical island, causing a snowstorm. Jack kills more people as they frolic through the snow before the main cast decides to kill the snowman with antifreeze again. Jack has become more resistant to antifreeze though, due to all the lab tests. Because that makes sense. He ends up spitting up a snowball and running away. The snowball becomes a tinier snowball with a face, and the cast spends too long of a time trying to figure out how to kill it. They attempt to kill the snowball for a good reason. These things are vicious. Viewers soon find out that there are tons of these little buggers all around the island. Then Agent Manners is killed, again, while exploring a shack filled with them. Just to speed up the review, the remaining good guys do ultimately find a way to kill Jack and his snowballs. Hey, wait a minute, are the snowballs a callback to that ridiculous joke from the first film? I hope so. Anyway, because Jack and Sam became linked when they took a bath together, Jack now shares Sam's allergies. So what is Sam allergic to, you ask? Dogs? Peanuts? Gluten? Nope, he's allergic to bananas. See, I told you this movie was campier than the first. The first had antifreeze cookies. This one has a snowman that's allergic to bananas. Anyway, Jack kills most of the cast after he finds that his little snowballs have been killed by Sam's banana allergy. Jack goes to attack Anne, but Sam launches his banana at him, causing him to explode. So yeah, super campy. I mentioned in my review of Jack Frost that a third sequel was planned, but never done. A reference to that is in the credits scenes of this film. A giant carrot crushes two sailors on a supply boat. This implies that Jack will be back to attack those who give him flack, but it also implies that he's going to be bigger and badder than ever. Look, we need to kickstart that ASAP. I've been saying that for years. Jack Frost 2 is 100% a cult film through and through due to the over-the-top deaths and the so bad it's good nature. This sequel is a fun time, and if you love the first film, you'll love this film too. Now on to Monster 2. I'm just kidding. But definitely check out the Jack Frost if you haven't before.